Welcome back to Live from the Artist Room, live stream concert series,
where we bring intimate performances from artists around the globe straight to you.
My name is Meghan Mahoney, and I am a Sacramento-based music industry professional. I'm passionate about supporting artists and providing fans with the best possible experience, from management and marketing to live production.
And I'm Nikki Sounds, an artist and producer and founder of Pink Room Production, which is an online resource that gives tips, tools, and advice to music makers and music industry professionals. And we are powering today's event.
We created this series as a platform to support female artists during this tough time when really no other performance opportunities are available. And we wanted to take things a step further to learn more about each artist via an intimate Q&A session from their own home.
And we are partnering with Femwinism today. They are a nonprofit organization that supports women and loves to see them win. We will be raising money for the Femwinism Scholarship and Grant Fund, which supports women during this time.
We have an amazing lineup of artists for you today, and our show will feature a set from each artist, followed by their Q&A session hosted by myself. Up first, we have Lyra Star, a Los Angeles-based singer-songwriter and dedicated yogi. She has a new music video out called Under the Water, which captures her ethereal sound and showcases her skilled contortion. Definitely go check that out on YouTube. Take it away, Lyra.
Hello, welcome to my studio apartment in Los Angeles. My name is Lyra Star, and I'm going to play some original songs for you. This first one's called Broken. The morning light, it feels so tight. The coffee cup is on your side. Your wicked smile, your words like knives. Well, I can read between the lines. Babe, I'm going home. I'm okay to be alone. I'll be just fine on my own, because you're so broken. You're broken. An open road of lonely souls, and I'll find a path that's right for me. I'll let you go. I've paid my toll. I've tasted your toxicity. I'm better off alone than waiting by the phone. I hear you when you breathing home. They don't know that you're broken. You're broken. It's my fault I let you in. I hear it, all these walls are paper thin. Your shadow creeps under my skin. Where does it start? Where do I begin? I won't let it broken. You So that one will be released later this year. The next one I'm going to play is called Out the Window. It's off of my album that I recorded and released in 2018. Well, I didn't record it in 2018. It took about a year, but it was released in 2018. It's called 1,000 Dreams, and the song is Out the Window, and it is available on all streaming platforms.
It seems all you need lies under your feet, but I want to see what's further beneath. You look out the window, and through the back door I go. It's not an escape, it's just my way to hear what the world has to say today. Warning signs came with the harsh break of day, and here comes the rain. I need to get away. You look out the window, and through the back door I go. It's not an escape, it's just my way to hear what the world has to say today. I'll be brave. Hello, goodbye. This way to fly out the window. Goodbye.
All right, I'm going to switch over to the guitar for my last two songs. I'm super stoked to be doing this. I haven't done that many live streams since the quarantine happened. So yeah, I'm stoked to be playing some songs tonight for you. Thank you for listening. This is called Beautiful Ride, and I released it as a single at the beginning of this year, so it's also available if you like it. It's done with full band and all of that on the streaming platforms.
Thought I could do this, but turns out it's so hard to let myself go through this. Looks like you have my heart. Every time you're near me, I feel an electric spark. I know you feel it too, but you're stumbling in the dark. Ooh. echoes of your song ring in my ears. And I release my fears. I wanna know you, but you won't let me look. You're guarded by demons and the secrets that bind your book. Beneath your devotion, there is something that creature took. But you give me one smile, and oh, you know I'm hooked. Each day I'm more confused. I see it in your eyes, you feel it too. But in my room you sang the blues. You're broken, but I want to know you. Our stars did collide, exploding, shimmering rain across the sky. Please, please, don't you hide. Don't hide. Don't hide. This could be a beautiful ride. Touch me once, touch me twice. I want to feel you by my side. The scent of your skin, let's drive all night. Together we can cross this great divide. Take my hand, let's jump inside. Take my hand, enjoy the ride.
All right, I've got one more song for you. This one I actually wrote about all of this, the lockdown, the quarantine. It was the very first song that I really finished writing during all of this. It's called, fittingly, The Loneliest Nights.
On the street in Paris, it's another sleepless night. A lady dressed in laces singing to the moonlit sky. She is you, she is me. We wanna be free. Oh, behold this prison that we've made. We feel the isolation as we sit and pray. And the words are raining heavy on my parade. This is the worst waiting game I've ever played. These These are the loneliest nights and the longest days. In a mansion on a hill, our stairways bathed in light. A child dances barefoot up and down each marble flight. He is you, he is me. We wanna be free. Oh, behold this prison that we've made. We feel the isolation as we sit and pray, and the words are raining heavy on my parade. This is the worst playing game I've ever played. And these are the loneliest nights and the longest
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Again, I'm Lyra Star. You can find me on all of the socials at Lyra Star Music.
Joining us next, we have lovely Lyra Star, who just saw a performance by. Hi, Lyra. How's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well. How have you been keeping busy and keeping up with your music during the quarantine time? How's that been for you?
You know, it's interesting. I feel like I thought I would be writing a lot more songs, but it's been hard to get in a creative space with the state of the world, like all the stuff that's been going on. So I have done some songwriting for sure, and I'm in the process of recording some music in studio. So it's just kind of like nothing happens really, like everything's just kind of slow. Like I feel like everything's like it's little by little, and I'm, you know, piecing away at things, but I also try not to stress about like finishing songs and everything.
Okay.
I don't know. I know some writers are very like, I got to get this song written, or like they're, you know, like a serial songwriter and they're writing like multiple songs. That's not really what I do. I'm like, the songs come when they come, and like when they're ready to like be birthed, they are.
Totally.
To be gentle with myself and not be like, you should be writing so many songs because it's quarantine,
Right.
you have more free time. And
Yeah.
I mean, I just started back to work this past week because gyms opened again. So I just started teaching my yoga and Pilates classes again. So
Okay.
now
Nice.
I'm planned all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I was kind of appreciating some things about the pause.
Totally. So tell us about your name, Lyra Star. How did that name come about? How did you choose that? Tell us a little about that.
So there's this book called The Golden Compass. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
it's like a children's fantasy, but well, not children's, I'm more like young adult, I guess, like fantasy book. And
Mhm.
I love it. And the main character's name is Lyra. So that's kind of like one of the reasons I chose that name.
I didn't want to play under my own name because I have like a teaching career, like a yoga. I just wanted to keep that as a separate thing. And I was like, I need to have a performance name. And
Yeah.
I just wanted something that kind of was ethereal and sort of fit the vibe of my music. And I mean, Star is an easy thing to like tack on to the end of something because it's also celestial, and like Lyra's a constellation. And
Okay.
yeah, so that's kind of how that name came about.
Nice. That's awesome. And it seems like it totally plays into like the same vibe as your music and stuff, and kind of just kind of intertwines together like that.
Yeah, I feel like it was very fitting, and it worked.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. You just released a new music video.
I did.
Yeah, tell us a little about that, and kind of, I know you showcase some of your contortion in there. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's the other thing I came to LA to do, is to kind of break into that performance world, because people are like, you can do all kinds of weird shit with your body. Like, you should take that. And I just love to put on costumes and dance around.
Yeah.
And people watch it, you know? So this was my first video. I had one called Paper Moon where I was just doing my yoga practice, but it wasn't necessarily contortion. This is full on, like, this is like a contortionist thing.
No, it's crazy.
But I had a vision for the video for sure. Like when I recorded it with Sam, like he was like, you got to make a video for this. And I was like, I know. I was like, I already have I have the things in my mind. And I had it as a contortion performance. Actually, I did one at this place called Fit and Bendy doing the song, and I had my vocal loop pedal and I layered on the beats, and then I did the performance on top of that. So it was like a live thing. But
awesome.
I don't know. I was like, yeah, but I was like, I want to record the song as a full song, because it was, you know, I wrote it on a loop pedal, so it was different than other things that I'd done before. But anyways, yeah. And then when I was figuring out who I wanted to direct the film, I had no idea. And this woman named Tanya Kay, she's an amazing artist, performer, person. I was talking to her about it, and she's like, I should direct it. And I was like, oh my God, like perfect. Cause she knows, she's like a pole dancer, and she knows the body, she knows contortion. And you got to get someone that knows those things to film something like this. And she's a woman, and she had added that beautiful feminine touch. And Andrea, the DP, who also ended up doing like the editing, and she had all the cinematography. It was so cool that it was like a female empowered like video, and it just turned out so beautifully. And I don't think it would have been that way. I mean, if a guy had directed it necessarily.
Totally.
So I just feel so grateful that it all fell into place.
Yeah.
And it's essentially a reel for my contortion stuff too.
Totally.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, it's visually stunning. Everyone should go check it out. Like, it's incredible. Yeah, I love it. Just creates this whole mood. When I was watching it, I had like goosebumps and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they did such a beautiful job of like helping me. I just had such a good team. And it really does take you really have to have a solid team supporting you to create a piece of art like that. It's a lot of organizing and planning, but you want to feel supported. And I feel so grateful to everyone that was involved. It was a small team, but like, they were solid.
No, definitely a work that you can and should be proud of. Yeah.
Yes.
So you two were talking, tell me a little bit about your first open mic. Do you do many like performances, and is there any like one that stands out for like any specific reason, like, oh my gosh, this is what I was meant to do, or this one went so well for this reason? Anything like that really just kind of like in memory that's like, oh, that time?
Yeah, I mean, I have like a couple of different, I think, performances. It's been so weird because it's quarantine. I'm like, I've done a few live streams, but as far as live performances go, when we were allowed to do that, I have like 3 shows that really stand out. One is when I played with this Julie, the violinist in the Bay Area. We had a CD release show for we had like a little EP that came out, and we played at this really cool venue in San Francisco. I'm totally spacing. Oh my God, Viracocha. Yeah, Viracocha. And it's not there anymore, but it was this cool, like underground, like basement. And it was just like this, like the lighting was just really cool. And it was a great show. I just booked, like, I put together like us as the opener. And then we had like and the Kilbanes were like one of my favorite San Francisco artists. And then Dara Ackerman is another female artist from the Bay that I knew. It was just a great show with a really great turnout and really good energy. So that was one of my favorites. The second one was just that I got to play at Sweetwater Music Hall in Mill Valley. Like that was a big deal.
Cool.
It's like a very well-known venue. Another show that I stressed about putting together, but we played with 2 other bands. This is how you do it when you're an unknown. You got to put together the shows with people that are going to bring in like a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
That was just fun to be playing. Our set was so short. Like Julie and I were like, oh my God, that went so fast because it was only half an hour. But we were like, but we played at Sweetwater. And it was super cool, you know, so that was awesome. And the third is playing in LA at Genghis Cohen. I had a show with, I had a cellist with me. The sound in that venue is so wonderful. It's kind of like a church, but like it's very small and they actually have pews. And I also opened for Bee in the Hive, which is a band from the Bay Area. And I love them very dearly. They're dear friends of mine. And I also love their music. So it was just a really beautiful, lovely show. We had a great little turnout there. Yeah, and that was one. Those 3 shows definitely stick out in my mind as being my favorite.
So what advice, if you have any, would you give to like other young female artists who aspire to be in your position?
Put in the work, like keep working at it. You know, I think it's really easy to get discouraged, especially in the music industry. I've gotten discouraged many times. And I think my yoga just like having that calm state of mind and like being able to take a step back and take some deep breaths and be like, it's okay, keep going. And I've made so many mistakes. I've thrown myself into things and been like, oh, that was not a good decision, or like that was too much. I didn't do well with that. You know, it didn't work out so well. But I think with anything in life, if you're passionate about it and you have that drive, like keep doing it. You know, that's the advice I would give, is just keep doing at it, be willing to put in the work, and know it's not going to be easy. And you're always going to be like, I could be doing more. I feel like I should be doing more, but like, you have to, you know, recognize that like you're doing the best that you can. But don't give up on your dreams. I mean, that sounds so cliche, but I do think
find
what you're passionate about. And if you feel called to do this thing, like whether it's, you know, art, singing, whatever it is, just keep doing it. And don't be afraid. Don't let fear get in the way. Like I was afraid for a very long time to ever put myself out there. Like I was such a shy, I still am an introvert, but I mean, I used to be like painfully shy and just like, I'm going to just hide in the corner. So it's been that video is a big step for me to just be like, no, I have these skills. Yeah. I feel like that's what advice I would give, is just like, put yourself out there. And when you have those down moments, it's like anything else in life. Like you just, you know, pick yourself up, start again, keep going, and learn from your mistakes and just be okay with them and be like, yeah, I'm going to make mistakes and I'm just going to keep going. And you can only get better at your craft. Like the more you do it, the more you put yourself out there, it's just going to get better. Like you can't, I don't feel like you can get worse if you keep trying.
It'd be really hard to get worse. I mean, you'd have to really work at that.
You might.
Awesome. So where can people go to find your music and connect with you and keep up with new releases and all that kind of good stuff?
So I think my main social media platform is Instagram, and it's just Lyra Star Music, LYRASTAR Music, all one word. That's also my Twitter handle. And then you can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. My website is Lyra, LYRA-STAR.com. And that I always update my website with like new releases. I'm in the process of like redoing my website. I currently use Wix right now. So all the information is there that you would need. Like I update my releases, and like obviously no touring is happening now, so that page is blank. But I am working on like re-update. Like I think I'm gonna use Squarespace and just create a whole new site, but it's still gonna be the same domain name. So perfect. Yeah. Usually if you Google search Lyra Star Music, all the things will pop up. I'm on YouTube under that name as well, Lyra Star. So
awesome. Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Lyra. We really enjoyed your performance. It's been awesome to get to know you a little bit on another level. We wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see what other kind of amazing stuff that you put out there.
Thank you. It's been such a pleasure being a part of this. Thank you for asking me to do it. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take care.
Oh my gosh, Lyra Star. I love how she incorporated movement into her music and combining her 2 passions. It's so crazy how she could bend her body like that. I was checking out her IG and damn.
I know, she's got so many crazy pics up there. And that music video, she does that contortion in the rain that must have been slippery and has a whole nother aspect. Oh, the aesthetic of that video really matches the vibe of her music, and it creates such a cool and unique ambiance. I just love it.
So good. Please show her some love. This is Tough Times for Artists. We have her tip jar link in the description below. So please check that out. Send her something, you know. Everything means and goes a long way during this quarantine time. Also, we have the Femwinism link below too. So please donate to Femwinism. They're doing amazing things for women and artists, creatives, entrepreneurs, health and wellness, you name it. They are supporting women. So show them a little love as well.
They're so good. We love them. They love us. We all love women. But now it's time to head to our next performer. And so next up we have Sydney Joyner, the music theater aficionado. Hailing from San Diego, her voice has graced stages all over California, bringing her light and joy everywhere she goes. She has a wide range of songs prepared for us today, so sit back and enjoy Sydney Joyner.
The sun has left and forgotten me. It's dark, I cannot see. Why does this rain pour down? I'm gonna drown in a sea of deep confusion. Somebody told me, I don't know who. Whenever you are sad and blue, and you're feeling all alone and left behind, just take a look inside you and you'll find you've got to hold on through the night, hang on, things will be alright, even when it's dark and not a bit of sparkling, sings on sunshine from above, spreading rays of sunny love. Just hang on to the vine, stay on, soon you'll be divine. If you start to cry, look up to the sky, something's coming up ahead to turn your tears to dew instead. And so I hold on to this advice, when change is hard and not so nice, if you listen to your heart the whole night through, your sunny someday will come one day soon to you. Where are you now, when darkness seems to win? Where are you now, when the world is crumbling? Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, where are you now, when all I feel is doubt? Oh, where are you now, when I can't figure it out? Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up. You're not threatened by the war, you're not shaken by the storm. I know you're in control. Even in our suffering, even when it can't be seen, I know you're in control. I hear you say, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. I hear you say, hey, look up, child. I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up. I know you're with me, and I'd love to see someone else call you. But all this in between, you think it's hard for me to tell you're falling, oh we're falling. Being chill with you, oh it kills, I ain't chill at all. And all we say I love you, but we ain't together. Do you think labels make it taste much better? And darling, do you think that if I talk enough I will make you wanna be mine? We ain't together. Cut off all these hoes. Oh, baby, you don't gotta worry about nothing, 'cause everybody knows that you and I got that something. Being chill with you, oh it kills, I ain't chill at all. And all we say I love you, but we ain't together. Do you think labels make it taste much better? And darling, do you think that if I talk enough I will make you wanna be mine? We ain't together. I can't watch this fall apart. We say I love you, but we ain't together. Do you think labels make it taste much better? And darling, do you think that if I talk enough I will make you wanna be mine? Till you don't say you and I, we ain't together. Oh, ain't together. Oh, we ain't together. There's a light in the darkness. Though the night is black as my skin, there's a light burning bright, showing me the way. But I know where I've been. There's a cry in the distance. It's a voice that comes from deep within. There's a cry asking why. I'll pray the answers up ahead. But I know where I've been. There's a road we've been traveling, lost so many on the way, but the riches will be plenty, worth the price we had to pay. There's a dream in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. Use that pride in our hearts, 'cause I know where I'm going. Yes, I do. And I know where I've been. Yeah. There is a road we must travel. There is a promise that we must make. Oh, but the riches will be plenty, yeah, worth the risk and the chances we take. There's a dream, yes, in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. Use that pride in our hearts to lift us up until tomorrow. 'Cause just to sit still would be a sin. Lord knows I know where I've been.
All right, guys, we have Sydney Joyner here joining us. How are you doing, Sydney?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I've had some really good days recently. It was feeling
Good.
kind of desolate recently. I think a lot of people can relate to that, but I just recently started going back to work. I work at an after-school program for ESS with Howie Unified School District.
Oh, cool.
And we started our summer program back, and we're kind of basically like guinea pigs to see if we can do in-class learning once the school year starts. So
Right.
it was intimidating, but it turned out to be way better than I kind of just went to worst case scenario disaster mode, but it turned out
Totally.
really, really good. And I feel
Good.
very thankful, for the time I've had with the kids.
Awesome. I'm sure it's nice to like get out of the house and have some human interaction and see some people.
So it is with kids, but
Right.
I was a sixth grader, so it's a little more,
Okay.
Gotcha. So.
So tell us a little bit about your experience with musical theater. What initially drew you to it? What keeps you coming back? What do you like and dislike about it? Tell us a little bit about that.
My very first musical theater experience, it was this community theater. My mom is an elementary school teacher, and she, at the school she was teaching at, had this community theater group that would come and rehearse there, and we would perform at the Poway Center Performing Arts. So my first musical theater experience was with them. We did, what show was it? Hang on. It was Bye Bye Birdie.
Okay.
Way too many. But yeah, I just, I was 5 years old at the time. I was teeny, little small, but like I said, I've always had that connection with music. And then musical theater brought in this other element that I really didn't discover until recently that really connects with theater so much, and that's storytelling. Like anyone can sing a song and have it sound pretty, but it's adds the meaning and the story to it that it starts to that deeper level. And it connects not only to me, but it helps me connect with other people too, and feel human with everyone. And so that connects with theater so much. And there's, like with any profession, there's pros and cons. And obviously I still do it, so my pros list outweighs the cons. Part of what I'm kind of thankful for with the quarantine right now is that since we don't have the ability to go into the theater anymore, we're able to all take a step back and kind of dissect those cons, the negative points within the theater scene, and address them so that we can come back and have those changes. Because in the theater community, there's a lot of unspoken rules that are just kind of like, oh, that's the way it is, that's the business. Like, me not being the super skinny, stereotypical ingenue body type, I honestly don't see myself as lead material for so many shows because I don't have that look. But not to brag, I do have the skill. Like, I can sing.
Totally.
And I have, 4 years of training at a college for musical theater, and so much of that is just kind of disregarded just based off of the way I look. And yes, while a big part of theater is storytelling, or not storytelling, but presentational and how you do things, it's also our chance to create a new world within the world that we did, and to throw out all of the conventions that we think are what society is based on. So where was I going with that? Yes, so I'm thankful for that's being able to look at the different aspects of theater and change it, because while it is seen as a very inclusive and diverse group, and it is, now we work to make it even more so.
Kind of going towards the songs that you sang for us. You sang the song Look Up Child. What is your connection with faith and music?
So I've always had kind of, well, not always, but now that I've started to grow up, I've kind of had a more complicated relationship with my faith, just because I've seen so much hate and discord from big organized religious groups, and I wanted to separate myself from that as much as possible. But I still have that, that faith and that belief in some higher power. And so in this song, I've found, or in music in general, I've found that that's how I connect spiritually. That power, that energy, whatever that's out there, is through music. And this song especially, when everything's crazy and you don't even know what to believe anymore, look up and know that there's that energy, that love, that is there to support you and be around. So that, singing for me, especially a song like that, is going to church. So that's how I express my faith.
Tell us about the instrument you played while you sang your third song, Ain't Together by King Princess. Yeah, I'm so excited. How long have you been playing for?
This is Lizzie.
Okay.
It's after my character in American Idiot.
Okay.
I played her the first time I ever accompanied myself for an audition.
Oh, cool.
Your Hand by the Beatles. And I felt, I had to honor her for that, since she got me that gig that changed my life. And I found her at a swap meet, actually, It was
What?
only $35.
Wow.
To go for like 100 at least. So I was very stoked on that time. And I got her about 2 years ago now. Haven't practiced as much as I should. You probably saw my strumming was a little awkward when I was doing it.
Sounded great.
I took piano lessons when I was a kid, and I've always wanted to be able to play an instrument and sing at the same time, but it takes a lot of coordination. So
Totally.
I thought this, because it's really simple, it's, all of the keys have different chords, and you press them down, and you any chords that you want. And I thought that was really simple and a good way for me to start learning how to accompany myself more. So.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. What a cool find, and like probably unexpected too, because I'm sure you didn't go to the like swap meet thinking that you were gonna find that instrument, but like it's just such a like a perfect like it was fate.
And I've always definitely felt a connection to string instruments, like piano. This is called an auto harp, by the way. I don't think I ever said that.
Cool.
Auto harp. And I just think there's something so rich about the sound that comes from the fact that I get to play it myself and really connect with it in that way. It felt perfect.
Yeah, totally. And it adds like another layer because singing is very, I mean, obviously auditory, but it's like, I mean, the instrument adds kind of a tangible touch aspect to it too. It just kind of further engages more of your senses. And I'm sure it gives you a deeper kind of, I mean, maybe not better or worse, but just different experience while you play music and stuff like that. And it's nice to be able to differentiate. And if you feel like doing a combo, you can do that, or you can just sing, or you could just play. I mean, it just opens up more doors for you, which is so awesome. The last song you sang for us was I Know Where I've Been from Hairspray, which seemed to evoke a lot of strong emotions for you. Can you tell us a little bit about what was going on there?
Yeah, so when I filmed that video, it was May 31st, so it was just a couple of days after the murder of George Floyd, and I was just very emotionally raw in that aspect, and I felt very helpless because I'm so thankful that here in San Diego I have not had very many experiences with racism or prejudice at all, but knowing that here we are in 2020 and things are still so bad, maybe not as overt as it was in the time that Hairspray is set, but it's still there, and it's so pervasive in our culture in ways that I'm still learning. And the message of that song, I know where I'm going and I know where I've been. And it's so easy for us to think, oh, that was forever ago. Racism was solved by then. And there's still, that's what, however many, I can't do math right now, but however many years ago that was. And it's just right behind us. We're so close to that we can't consider it to be gone, and we still work to change things. And the line that I broke on was, just to sit still would be a sin.
Mm-hmm.
And that resonated with me. I've never been that kind of outspoken activist type of person. I've had my thoughts and opinions, but I've never felt that I was in a place to speak out and share that with other people in a way that would be pervasive. But now I understand that, despite whatever experiences I may have had, there's still Black experiences and there's stories that need to be heard and told. So that's what I'm going to be trying from now on with my music, with theater, any way that I can.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. How do you think music can help in the fight for justice for Black people in the world that we live in?
Music has, as we know, has always been influential on our culture. Look at Imagine by John Lennon, look at We Shall Overcome, all of these anthems that will come and raise people up. And like me, make me have a reaction when you hear it, when you sing it. So, maybe while the song itself may not change anything, it will inspire people to want to sing. And that's what it's inspirational, it's storytelling, like I've said over and over, it's connected, it's letting you, while, like for you, example, you are not Black, but you can hear these songs and still feel that and connect to that and want something. So
Totally.
that's what I mean. We need people to know, and we need people to feel inspired.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know if you've heard the song "I Can't Breathe" by her. She just released it a little while ago. I feel like such a, yeah, it's so poignant, and I think that she did just a beautiful job overall with the whole thing. And that's what comes to mind when I hear you talk about what you're feeling with the music and how you think and your opinion and stuff. So I totally appreciate you sharing your thoughts with that about this. I think conversations need to happen, so where can people go to keep up with you and your music? I know obviously kind of some of the performances are on a hiatus right now, but when they do pick back up, where can we find out what shows you're going to be in, where we can keep up with you? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I have my own website, sydneyjoyner.com. I try and post updates there as much as I can. Not a lot right now, obviously, but I am also on Instagram at Sing a Song of Sydney.
Okay.
I have a YouTube page, Sydney Joyner Official, that I just recently posted a song on,
Awesome.
that I did. And then I'm also very excited to announce that through OB Playhouse, they are doing a virtual production of the show Disenchanted.
Oh my gosh.
All about these Disney princesses and how they kind of break out of their damsel in distress story and kind of show the, forgive the language, badass women they ought to be.
Yeah.
And I play the princess who kissed the frog, trademark, Tiana.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Is that something that's like in the works right now? Do you have any like show date information on that, or is that yet to come?
So we just recently started rehearsals on that, and we're going to be doing, individual recording for each character. So we're complying with social distancing and safety and all that. And it's looking like that will probably be available sometime mid-August.
Okay, awesome. We'll just have to keep up with you on your website and socials to find out when all that good stuff is going to come out.
Exactly.
Awesome. I'm so excited for that. I'm really looking forward. Wow, that's kind of just like a light to look forward to, I'm sure, for you and just for anyone into musical theater and stuff. So awesome. Thanks so much for sharing that. And thank you so much for talking with us today. Really just enjoyed having this conversation and talking to you and hearing about your music and your, interests and thoughts and opinions. I think you're just such a beautiful person, and it's just been such a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for being here, Sydney.
Oh gosh, Sydney, what a bright soul and such an incredible voice. Oh my goodness.
Right? And it's so exciting that they're doing that virtual show, Disenchanted. I just love how our industry is adapting and changing to match these circumstances. And, COVID gives us one punch, we punch back too. So make sure you stay up to date with Sydney and the OB Playhouse for more information about that. We're super excited. We love supporting artists. She's an amazing one, as well as all the rest of our artists. So please show them some love.
Yes. And if you didn't catch that donation link before, check out our description. It has a way to support her financially. These are tough times. So show a little love, couple bucks here and there. Doesn't hurt anybody.
Exactly. So, we have one more performer left for you. But before this last performance, we have a message from the Femwinism team.
What feminism means to me: sisterhood, support, resources.
It has helped me be empowered.
I have found the best support in this group in the last couple of years.
Feeling safe, feeling like you can be yourself, feeling seen and heard.
Feminism is family. Feminism means winning with each other.
I think of collaboration over competition. Listen, we are all in it to win it.
and we can all grow and meet each other at the top.
Each woman individually is something special, but all together we are a force of unmeasurable support.
It's a real sense of freedom to be able to finally share your ideas without any intimidations.
The power of knowing who you are. It's the power of embracing where you can help others.
We all have a need and a want and a passion to help others and to love others.
We get to see each other genuinely and honestly. So sisterhood, hands down.
It is love, it is acceptance, it is compassion.
It is goddess energy, it is sisterhood, it is support, it is a network, it is community.
Everybody is the strong friend. Everyone is very transparent, so open.
Feminism is, without a doubt, one of the greatest teams that I've ever been a part of, and I know that I'm changing lives, and you can too, so join us.
I just love that video so much. Thank you so much, Femwinism, for partnering with us and being a part of this live experience. And again, please show them some love. We have their donation link below as well. Couple bucks here and there, skip that Starbucks, and support women.
Yep, we love it. We love them. They love us. Like I said, you know, it's a great cause. You really got to go support it, please. And last, but certainly not least, we have the lovely Ari Marie joining us. This San Diego native turned Angelino just finished her certification to be a music therapist. Yay! She has wonderful insights into the musical world and an incredible voice to boot. Please enjoy Ari Marie.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother, and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there've been times when I thought couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. This next song was written when I was in a really dark place in my life. I struggled with depression and anxiety, and I had hit my rock bottom. I really didn't think that there was any way that I could go on. What I learned from that experience is the only way out, truly, is through. And in order to move forward, I had to take responsibility for healing myself. So this song was really just the result of that realization. Needless to say, this is a really difficult time for us all, and I thought we could all use some healing and some hope. So I present to you Heal Myself. Struggles, you'll get through it one way or another, but it's not fair to bear the weight on your own. No, 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 'cause out there someone shares your pain. No, you're not alone, still she sings, I'll heal myself, I'll lick my wounds. Yeah, I'll heal myself, I'll lick my wounds. 'Cause I can't get much better than this. 'Cause I can't get much better. Just yet. Hey boy, when it seems like there's no other way, I promise you there'll come another day. Seasons change, just you wait and you'll know. You'll go through dirt and you'll break in order to grow. 'Cause once I sing, I'll heal myself, I'll lick my wounds. Yeah, I'll heal myself, I'll lick my wounds. But I can't get much better than this. No, I can't get much better. Not make it over and over again. I had to get my shit together and learn from it. 'Cause there's no moving on when everything is going wrong without you. Without you. 'Cause I've been up so late, making more mistakes, thinking about the ways that I would have done it different. Would you listen what I say? Give me the time of day. Wish you would take this pain away, but this heartache is here to stay. But I wish, yeah, I wish things were different, different than this. 'Cause I've been up so late, making more mistakes, thinking about the ways that I would have done it different. Would you listen what I say? Give me the time of day. Wish you would take this pain away, but this heartache is here to stay. But I know in my heart of hearts, yes I know, it was really hard to make the choice you did, to leave me like you did. 'Cause I've been up so late, making more mistakes, thinking about the ways that I would have done it different. Would you listen what I say? Give me the time of day. Wish you would take this pain away, but this heartache is here to stay. But I know I have faith that I will be okay. I pray over and over again. Now I'm putting it together. You weren't it. And I know I'll be strong, though the memory of you lingers on. Without you, guess I'll live without you. This is a cover of India Ari's I Am Light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. skin on the outside. I am not my age, I am not my race, my soul inside is all light, is all light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light.
All right, guys, we have Ariana Agbayani here talking to us a little bit after her performance. Hey, Ari, how's it going?
Hey, Megan, it's going. Thank you
Going
so much
great.
for having me.
Absolutely. Super stoked that you could participate and to have you here joining us. Let's dive into it. So let's see, you studied music therapy in college. Just tell us a little bit about that and what drew you to that line of work and how you think people can really benefit from that.
Yeah, thank you. That's always such a huge question that I get asked as a music therapist. And to put it in as few words possible, music therapy is the intentional use of music interventions within a therapeutic relationship to accomplish non-musical goals. So in essence, I work in the medical setting currently and some psychiatric mental health settings as well with people of all ages to help them increase their quality of life, in some cases reduce pain, anxiety, among a whole gamut of amazing goals. What drew me to it originally was my passion for music all throughout my life, as I was singing since I was essentially in diapers. And I started playing piano in middle school, started playing guitar in high school. And then when I was a junior in high school, starting to look at, okay, what college do I want to go to? I found out about music therapy. My little brother, who was 3 years old at the time, was diagnosed with hearing loss. And part of his services that my mom was fighting so hard to acquire for him was music therapy. And so I found out about this career that essentially fuses psychology, biology, neurology, and music. And I was like, okay, that's too dope not to study that as a career. And it just set me on this path. And now I'm here in the final month of my clinical internship, and I will be licensed at the end of July or August, really soon.
That's super exciting. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm curious to know how social media and kind of the modern age has shaped your relationship with music, especially given your work experience and your studies. Because, we hear every day about how social media and the young generation is just being shaped by this like consumeristic kind of culture. And it's interesting to me to think about how music could combat that in some sort of way, or I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that.
That's an interesting question. Social media definitely has some power, especially with the youth, even, millennials like us. Social media is a huge part of our life. And with that power comes a lot of influence. So I think that there's a lot of intentionality with the ways that we can use it. Some of the ways that I've seen social media just kind of explode in terms of music is TikTok. Like all these songs that have become essentially memes, you hear this song and there's already a dance move associated with it. So I think there's a lot of like really cool creativity that's come out of the use of social media. But for me as a professional and as like a mental health advocate and music therapist, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for advocacy for the work that I do, and just advocacy for general, human rights and all these causes that I'm really passionate about. So I'm trying really hard to use the platform and the privilege that comes with having that platform to do what's right and to use my voice to speak up for those who may not have a voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of just tying into perfectly what you're talking about. You aptly saying for us, a change is going to come. How do you personally think that music can help alleviate some of the problems in the world that are going on right now and maybe on just a bigger level as well?
Yeah, kind of just going back to the purpose of music. For however long we've been making music as humans, it's always been a form of expression, and specifically with the human rights that we've been fighting for too many years. Music is a form of protest, and music expresses the hardship and the adversity that Black Americans have been fighting for, or fighting through, for way too long. And music continues to be a channel for expression for those who are oppressed. And me as a non-Black person of color, I love amplifying the voices of the Black Americans who influence my music. So I try to encourage others to just keep creating, keep making music, keep putting your messages into the music, because music is healing in that sense, is allowing you to channel that.
It was really brave of you to just be vulnerable with us and talk about some of your personal struggles. And we really appreciate you just being that kind of just clear picture, because so many people need to engage in this conversation that all too often isn't actually had. What would you say to somebody going through some of the same feelings that you experienced when you were writing that song, Heal Myself? Because, I'm sure that there's way more people than we could ever imagine experiencing some of those same feelings.
Yeah. Well, when I wrote Heal Myself, I was struggling with my mental health, with depression, with anxiety, and a slew of other things. And the biggest thing that I can tell anybody who's struggling with their mental health or mental illness is that it's okay to break down. It's okay to reach those low points, because we've all been there. But the biggest thing is just to not stay in that place. It's okay to break down, but you got to pick yourself up, and just keep moving forward, whatever that looks like for you.
What other kind of performances have you done with music? Because I know that you say that you did a bunch of music therapy, and then you've done some singer-songwriter work. I know you did a song for a short film that's out there, which is super cool. Tell us a little bit about your other kind of performances with music.
Yeah, that's always fun to talk about. Going to school at Cal State Northridge in LA in the Valley, we're right at the hub of the industry, the movie industry, the music industry, Hollywood, all of that. So I had some really cool opportunities while I was in school to record with a bunch of my friends. We were all in the same college a cappella group, Acasola, and we got to record at Capitol Records. And
oh my
that's
gosh,
like bucket list item right there. We got
totally.
to record, and we were featured in a show on ABC, which was the reason why we recorded there. So that was one cool opportunity.
Yeah.
And my last year of college, I joined a professional African marimba band where we play Zimbabwe and marimba drums and sing and dance. So that's been a really fun performing opportunity. Just last September, we opened up for Norah Jones and Neil Young and Father John Misty. So
oh my gosh.
Norah Jones was one of my biggest influences as a child. So opening up for her was incredible. I felt like I was dreaming.
I bet. Dream come true, literally. Who are some of your favorite female artists, and where do you draw your inspiration from for your music?
Oh, good question. Well, I did mention Norah Jones,
yes.
But I do have to take the time to give credit to all the Black female artists that influence not only my sound, but they inspired me to learn the instruments that I play. For example, Alicia Keys, when I first saw her singing and playing the piano at the same time, I remember thinking, I want to do that. Like, I'm going to do that.
That's it.
Yes. But also the R&B queens, Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Also some of the more modern R&B neo souls like her and Ari Lennox, Janelle Monáe. They're incredible, amazing vocalists, and they're everything that I aspire to be.
Nice. That's awesome. It's cool when it's nice to be able to look up to somebody and say like, oh my gosh, that's who I want to be. But it's so valuable, especially for women, to be able to see somebody in that position of power, but not just power, like artistic vulnerability, and be like, wow, that I can look up to. Where do you find it easiest to create and be creative? With your music or your art, or a combination of both?
That's a good question. When I think of a place that's easiest to create, it's much less a physical place and much more like a mental space that I create. Okay. So some of like my rituals to create that space is, well, I'm really into like sound healing. I have my singing bowl here. So creating that physical space includes like meditating and kind of just checking in with myself. So a lot of times creating starts with like just sitting down with a good old pen and paper and writing about like whatever it is that's on my mind, whether if it's like weighing heavily or something I'm inspired by. I have to write it down, and when I write it down, that's when I can start to manifest it. And then over time I see that I end up accomplishing those things that I wrote down, whether it's like I'm going to create this program, or I'm going to write this song about this, or learn how to play this song. The first step is always like writing it down, and then I take the actions later.
Yeah.
I'm very much a procrastinator in that sense. I'll do it later.
Yeah. We all have a sprinkle of it. But it's nice to think that, and I've heard this from a couple other artists as well, like writing things down, you know, you hear about like journaling is a form of self-care and stuff too, but for people who aren't comfortable just sitting down with a pen and paper and kind of divulging into their psyche just to like be able to express that via music and to sing about it. Some people are, you know what, that's where I feel comfortable and I can talk about things that I'm going through in this setting where I wouldn't be able to in a different one. Finally, where can people go to find your music and connect with you and hear more about what you do? Is there any place that you have or anything that's in the works?
Yes, you can find my music on Instagram and Facebook. Unfortunately, as a music therapist, a lot of what I do is in person with my clients, so there's not as much recorded stuff as I would like, but I love posting covers and like little snippets whenever I can on Instagram. You can find me at Mind Body Ari, and then you can also find some full-length songs and some originals on my Facebook, also like announcements of gigs. So the Facebook page is Ari Marie Music.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us today, Ariana, and we super enjoyed your whole set. Really enjoyed learning a little bit about what you do and the power behind it. Thank you so much for your contribution to the community and helping people. We need more amazing minds like you and what you're doing. So thank you so much. I'm just so inspired by her. Music therapy is so interesting to me, and I just love how it can do so many different things for so many different people and the power behind it. I literally will never cease to be amazed.
Oh my gosh, shame. And you know that she has her own jewelry business? She even made a pair of earrings out of guitar strings, which I think is absolutely amazing. So awesome. I know she shared her music Instagram, but also go check out her jewelry Instagram, which is @Delterra, DELTERRA, and show her some love there too.
Yep, you know we all need it right now. Artists are suffering, you know, this is their thing, it's been taken away. Just go show them some love. They will appreciate it more than they can ever say. And speaking of showing them some love, please visit that link for the tip jar down below for Ari. Just getting certified as a musical therapist, she's got some college loans and stuff. Please help her take care of those so she can bring the power of music to more people.
Yes, and thank you all for joining us today. Thanks to Femwinism, our partner, for all that you do for women around the world. Be sure to follow and stream Lyra, Sydney, and Ari, and stay up to date with all of their music.
We'll be having another Live from the Artist Room in 2 weeks on August 15th. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram so you don't miss out. We'd love to have you back. It's been a pleasure being here for you all today, and we're so excited to do it again in 2 weeks.
See you then.
Sing that shit. Sing that shit.